Bros, and welcome to the All Bros podcast. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Caleb.
And we're a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast, we are joined by two special guests, our good friends Sammie and Sierra. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Sammie.
And I'm Sierra.
You introduced it for us,
yeah,
so...
I was expecting you to say something about yourself, just like, what you love about movies, your favorite movie.
It's not very often that we get guests that don't have a podcast to promote.
Well, my favorite movie is Surf's Up, so that's why I'm here.
My favorite movie is probably Baby Mama, but after rewatching Surf's Up, it's going up there.
Alright, fair enough. So this week on the podcast, we will be talking, actually we are not talking about any of Funko Focus, because me and Caleb did not see any Pops or Blu-rays that we want to talk about. So we'll be jumping into Through the Wall. Me and Caleb will be bringing up two items of news that we want to talk about. We got no new trailers that are put into... I can't remember, Caleb, are trailers their own thing, or are they booked into or meshed into the wall as well?
Through the Wall.
Okay.
Can you freaking... Come on, man.
So, you know what? This is only like the second week of us reinventing this year. So.
Through the Wall is an old segment.
Okay, yeah, but did we... I can't remember. Did we combine trailers into that as well?
Yeah,
Well,
so it's trailers, news, whatever the hell we want to talk about.
Well, I'm trying, okay?
Try harder.
Shut up. Alright, and then after that, we will be jumping into our main event of the evening, which will be our All Bros and...
Headline.
Gosh damn it! You guys can see, it's going great so far. We'll be jumping into our All Bros headliner, which will be our All Bros breakdown, and Sammie and Sierra breakdown of Surf's Up. So, wow, I butchered that so badly.
That's what we were hoping for.
Not
gonna lie.
You guys jinxed me. Oh, man.
Dude, I could see them trying not to make eye contact with you at the beginning.
Oh, shit. Alright, anyway, what do you guys say we get started?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I'm Brucker.
I'm Levi.
And together we co-host a movie podcast called Film on the Rocks. On our movie podcast, we like to have fun with movies, and we don't like to break down movies beat by beat, scene by scene. We like to talk about what was fun about them. So we talk about our favorite scenes, sprinkle in some trivia, we debate whether or not they deserve a sequel, and we also talk about some drinking rules that they can have, such as drink every time Vince Vaughn stuffs his face in Wedding Crashers.
Or something we call the Yoda clause, which is every time Frank Oz jumps on a screen, finish your drink. You can find us on Google Podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or really anywhere you can find podcasts, if this sounds interesting to you.
Yes, and we also love listener interaction, and we also like to take movie requests, so you could reach out to us on Twitter at Film on the Rocks, Instagram, Film on the Rocks Podcast, or email us at fotrpodcast@gmail.com. Hope to hear from y'all.
Give us a listen.
Alright, so as I said, we are skipping, Funko Focus. I'm already forgetting the names. Gosh, this might be my worst episode ever, guys. So we're skipping...
Yeah, you gave yourself too much credit.
Wow. How are we still friends?
It beats me.
Okay, so we're skipping Funko Focus. There's nothing to spotlight in 4Ks or Blu-rays. So we're jumping into Through the Wall. And Caleb, do you want to talk about your news item first?
Yes. So my little bit of news is Star Wars related. I know Rose isn't like a super in-depth fan.
No, considering my favorite Star Wars movie is The Force Awakens, and true Star Wars fans are probably going to come at me for that, so...
Probably. And then Are Sammie, Sierra, either of you into Star Wars at all?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make this real quick. So with all the shows that were announced at the Disney Investors Day, one of the new shows that's going to be coming out that's a spin-off of Mandalorian is going to be the Ahsoka show. And Ahsoka they're in talks with Lars Mikkelsen, and they're thinking about casting him as Grand Admiral Thrawn, who people would recognize if they watched Star Wars Rebels, or if you're really familiar with Star Wars lore. But Lars Mikkelsen's the brother of Mads Mikkelsen, who was Caecilius in Doctor Strange.
Okay, so
And then he was also in Rogue One, you said?
yes, yeah. I forget who he plays though.
I forget too.
So it's Vice Admiral Thrawn.
Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh shit, my bad. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Okay, is he the blue dude?
Yeah, he's the blue dude.
So I think I saw a lot of people pointing out that they wish that the voice actor would just play him.
I haven't seen who the voice actor was.
I think I've seen him before. I could see it. I mean, I can kind of agree with them. I feel it'd just be better if you just brought him back.
Yeah, but I mean, people also threw a big old bitch fit when Rosario Dawson was playing Ahsoka.
Oh, I thought that was all praise.
No, like some people, well, okay, like major Star Wars fans were throwing a bitch fit because they're like, why couldn't the voice actress just do it? And it's because she's really tiny and petite. And Ahsoka's not.
Fair.
But yeah, that's my bit of news that not very many people here can comment on. So that makes me feel good.
No one
Go
here.
team.
Go see. And then the only news that I really saw was kind of a dry week. Is that Kevin Feige announced that Deadpool 3 will be rated R and it will be set in the MCU.
Hell yes.
Have either of you seen the Deadpool films?
Yes.
No.
Sierra, you're missing out. Big time.
I have them both. You can borrow them.
Can we not just watch them together?
Or we can watch them together.
There we go. Get ready to laugh your ass off. Or at least I hope so. Do you think Ryan Reynolds is hot?
Duh.
Get back to me on that after you see what happens to him in the movie.
Maybe I don't want to watch.
Yeah, Rose, what the hell is that?
You just ruined it for
you think
her.
Ryan Reynolds is hot? Oh, well, this movie's going to ruin it for you.
I didn't ruin it. I'm just saying.
I mean, you didn't, hype it up either.
Ask me if I want to watch it, because now I don't really want to.
Damn it. Okay, it's the funniest both of them, honestly, are the funniest superhero movies you'll ever watch.
True.
Rose, our job is to hype up movies to people. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know. Okay? Get off my back.
He actually hates me, so he's trying to ruin it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit. Anyway. I'm so freaking excited for all the possibilities that they can make happen with Deadpool in the MCU, too.
So is this going to be the first R-rated MCU movie, or is that going to be Blade?
Depends what comes out first.
Oh, they haven't announced which is coming out first?
Yeah, I don't know if they've announced that Blade... Did they say Blade was going to be R?
I would assume it's going to be. I'd be very shocked if it isn't.
Yeah, but if they decide to not make Blade rated R, then Deadpool would be the first rated R MCU movie.
Alright.
So,
Does
think
MC stand
Deadpool's
for
gonna
Marvel
be a-
Comics?
It sounds for Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, same thing.
No, it's not
No,
the same
I'm
thing.
sorry, it's not.
I got Marvel right, okay?
Okay, yeah, that's true. She did get that at least.
But I feel like that was obvious.
It wasn't, because I actually had to think about it for like a solid 2 minutes before I said anything, so...
Anyway,
Is that it for Through the Wall?
that's pretty
Okay,
much it.
I'm pretty sure. I know I keep saying this every single week, but I think that's our shortest one.
Yeah, it's up there.
But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. What do you say we jump into the main event then? Or damn it, headliner.
Yes, Rose. We can jump into the headliner.
Time for the main event.
It's main event time.
Let's play a game.
Alright, so on this week's All Bros headliner, we'll be breaking down the amazing animated movie Surf's Up. And Sierra just gave me the dirtiest look. But so...
Yeah, what was that look for?
We heard his score.
Yeah, he's just making up for it now.
Yeah. Just a little bit. But Caleb, do you want to run through our scoring system for anyone that by now doesn't know what it's like?
Sure, after I read off our answers to the question of the
Gosh
week.
damn, wow. Apparently I cracked under pressure when we have guests.
It's all the time.
Apparently.
It's all the time.
Anyway, so we posted a question of the week this week and only got one response on Twitter.
Woo.
So I asked, who was your childhood hero and what is something you'd tell them if you were face to face? And we got a response from the Untrained Eye at Untrained Eye Pod. So this is actually DJ from the Untrained Eye. And he said, I've never considered this before, but looking over my childhood, I'd have to say that I'm my own hero. And if I could say something to myself, it'd be something like, "Bro, chill out. Everything will be great, and you're going to be awesome, but seriously, dude, you gotta relax."
It's a deep question. I'm surprised more people didn't answer.
I know, right?
Do you guys have an answer to it?
No.
No, that's
Wow.
that's why I didn't answer it.
I thought you were just going to answer it on air. That's why you didn't want to answer it.
Yeah, that's what most people do.
I don't even think I had a childhood hero. It's kind of lame.
Wait, the fact that you didn't have one, or the childhood hero itself is lame?
I didn't have one.
Okay.
I don't think.
I mean, shout out to my mom for always being there when I was crying as a
Okay,
child.
See, there we go.
And Dad, since you listen to these podcasts. Wink.
Shout out to you, Dad.
Fictional character-wise, not a...
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
It's just brownie points is what we're trying to get.
Fair enough.
You have to let us know if it actually works or not.
Yeah.
We already know who the favorite is.
It's Keela, right?
Yes, it is.
Next would be Sammie.
You are correct.
Way to sell yourself short, Sierra.
It's just
Okay,
the
I
truth.
feel like that joke's all... You have to understand, a lot of people don't know who you guys are.
Okay, that's true. Okay, so,
So
Keela...
this joke only...
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
Keela is their dog.
We're sisters.
Yeah.
Just go into our life story and nobody knows who we are. Except for Dad, who listens.
I'm trying to keep this one on track a little bit.
I mean, considering
Attempting
Considering
to.
how little news we had to talk about, I don't think we really need to worry about anything.
Fair enough. then I'm just going to keep it on like a make sense of the context.
You sound like me.
Not even close.
Not as bad though.
Gosh.
Yeah, but thank you, DJ, for answering our question of the week. We really appreciate it.
Very much.
Yeah, and now getting into the breakdown and how we do it. If you are new to our breakdown system, we've split movies into 8 different categories that we individually grade to come to a final Allbros and Sammie and Sierra score. So the 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it an overall personal grade. And then that gives us all of the information that we need to come to a letter score. So like a grade school score.
You could have just said letter grade.
Whatever, forget you.
I'm just saying. You correct me, I'm going to correct you.
Ooh.
Anyway.
There is a cat fight up in here.
Anyway, so if you guys are also new to the new system that we are doing, we score the movies beforehand now, and then we just try to justify the score that it was given. So we averaged out all of our scores, and then that's what I put into our final algorithm. So, with that being said, if you have not seen Surf's Up, spoiler alert ahead, Rose is about to spoil the entire frickin' movie for you.
Yeah, but it's on Netflix. So go watch it.
Yeah. You have no excuse.
These two sadly had to break out their old DVDs of it.
I have a Blu-ray, thank you.
Oh, sorry, Blu-ray. Well, okay, Sierra had to break out her DVD.
I did.
Honestly, thankfully it was on Netflix, because if it wasn't, Caleb wouldn't have had a way to watch it.
Yeah, I would have been screwed.
Alright.
I would have figured it out. I always find a way to figure out how to watch something. Like, going back to one, like way long ago, when we had the we were guests on the Beef Skanks podcast. I had to watch Sex and the City on a illegal website.
We love that for you.
I'm not going to say that I did the same thing.
But he did the same thing.
No,
you asked for the link. Don't even try lying.
I couldn't find the Blu-ray in time. I was going to buy it on physical media, but the Blu-ray wouldn't have gotten there until like 2 days after we were going to record.
Excuses.
At least I was actually going to go out and buy it. You got to give me that.
Did you end up getting it?
Yes, but not until a couple months later. No, actually, no. I got it a couple months later because Dollar Tree had it on Blu-ray for $1, but it also came with the second one as well. So
you weren't going to pay full price, but considering it was at the dollar store, you thought, what the hell?
Oh wait, no, actually, okay. I watched half of it on that website, but because it kept bugging out on me, I just decided to finally just rent it on Prime for like $5. No, it's $4. And I will never do an illegal website ever again because it's just so much hassle. And I mean, I know it should because, you know, it's illegal and you're not supposed to be doing that shit. Caleb.
Hey, whatever. I'm just using the resources available to me. Don't freaking shame me.
We got an FBI agent just listening to this. Just be like, just keep talking, guys. Just keep talking.
Go ahead and disclose your addresses for me.
Please, like they don't already know.
Oh yeah, Caleb lives at...
I'm actually not even 100% certain what my address is off the top of my head. It's like, so joke's on you, I don't even know where I'm at.
You live in one of the 52 states, right?
Yeah. What is it?
52?
No, it's 50, right? I was trying to make a joke. I love how Caleb actually had to think for a minute.
I legitimately thought you didn't know that there was only 50.
No, I promise. I know there's 50 states.
Yeah, I was like going through them and what are the other two?
Was this new?
Well, we're idiots. Anyway, getting into the story.
Yeah. So, Cody Maverick is a young northern rock hopper. Wow, already killing it. Rock hopper.
Reading with Rose, everyone.
Shut up. Rock.
Does someone want to take over for him?
Shut up. Okay.
Rock hopper.
Thank you. Rock hopper penguin who lives in Shiverpool, Antarctica with his mother Edna and his older brother Glenn. Cody has yearned to be a professional surfer ever since meeting the famous surfer Big Z many years ago. So when a talent scout, Shorebird named Mikey arrives to find entrance for the Big Z... I'll just laugh it up. Just laugh it up, please.
We are, don't worry.
Wow, okay. I'm going to make it through this, I promise. Okay. Entrance for the Big Z Memorial Surfing Contest on Pangu Island. Cody jumps at the chance. En route to the contest, Cody befriends another entrant, Chicken Joe, a surfer from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. The entrants arrive at Pangu Island, where Cody meets and immediately falls in love with Lainey, a female Gentoo penguin, who is a lifeguard. He also meets the contest's arrogant champion, Tank the Shredder Evans, who has won the Big Z Memorial 9 times since it was first held after Z's presumed death during a previous match 10 years ago. Cody sees Tank vandalizing Big Z's memorial and immediately challenges him to a surfing duel. Tank wins the duel while Cody nearly drowns and is stung by a sea urchin named Ivan. Lainey rescues him and takes him to her uncle Geek to help Cody recover from his injuries. Cody wakes up but cannot find the souvenir necklace given to him as a child by Big Z. Geek then finds it in his hut. While returning the necklace, Geek finds Cody sitting on a koa log and offers to help him make a surfboard. They attempt to take the log back to Geek's house only to lose control of it and end up on a beach far away from the house. When Cody gets to the beach, he discovers a shack full of old trophies and surfboards which used to belong to Big Z. After observing Geek walking sadly into the shack, he realizes that Geek is actually Big Z and asks him to teach him how to surf. Z reluctantly agrees but tells Cody he has to make his own board first. The attempt does not go well, however, as an impatient Cody refuses to listen to Z's advice and crafts a weak and unstable board that shatters upon hitting the water. Angry, Cody storms off and runs into Lainey, who eventually persuades him to return. Cody spends the night working patiently on a new board. Z compliments Cody on his new board, and Cody is eager to start training. Z instead has him do mental tasks seemingly unrelated to surfing. Finally, when Cody starts having fun, Z and Lainey teach him how to surf the waves. Afterwards, Cody asks Z if he will come watch the contest, but Z refuses, revealing that he faked his death because he realized he couldn't compete with this then-new rival Tank, and that he had become too focused on winning. Not impressed that Z gave up, Cody throws the necklace Z gave into the sea, meets up with Joe, and gets back to the contest just as it begins. Tank makes it to the finals, as does Cody and Joe. In the semifinals, Tank battles with Cody, with Tank trying to throw him off his board, but Tank falls off his own board and loses. During the finals, however, Tank appears and tries to knock Joe off his board. Cody intervenes at the last minute, sending himself and Tank into an area of the beach known as the Boneyards, which consists of dangerously sharp rock outcroppings and has killed many surfers who have ventured there. Tank punches Cody off his board before crashing and is rescued by Lainey. Wow. Z, who had secretly been watching Cody's performance, rescues Cody from a gigantic wave and helps him get back to the beach safely. Z and Cody find out that Joe won by default since Tank and Cody were disqualified. However, Cody accepts the loss, having decided he would rather just have fun instead. Z reveals himself to the spectators and invites all of them to surf at his beach, where Geek joins Cody in tube riding. Cody finishes his interview with a reflection of the past events, and then joins the rest of his friends in the water.
Well, hell yeah.
Gosh, that was hard to get through.
The first paragraph.
Oh
was
yeah,
rough.
it was tough for all of us.
Shut up, asshole.
Oh, so we ended up giving this story a 78 collectively,
Rip.
which I don't think was super bad. It's like a little bit above average, but not like too much. But I really liked the story. I really liked how they shot this movie, or they kind of made it seem like a documentary.
I feel that's what kind of makes it
love
special.
that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Like, I forgot about that aspect of this movie. And I don't know why it's like, it didn't... Before I watched it, like, I was hesitant on watching it. I'm glad I did, but I don't know why it didn't sit well with me. Like, why I was so hesitant about watching it, because I really enjoyed this movie.
I mean, did you watch this when it first came out, or a little while later?
I don't think I ever saw it in, like, theaters, but I do remember seeing it when it came out.
Okay.
Or when it was, like, out of theaters. But what about you guys? Do you think 78's fair?
I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Wow, the insight coming
I
from
know.
you guys is inspiring.
Okay, so my question is, when it comes to like between this and Happy Feet, which did you guys enjoy more when it comes to like
Surf's Up.
Surf's Up for sure.
Okay.
It's just such a classic.
Yes.
I've always loved Surf's Up, though. Ever since it came out.
But aren't there more Penguin movies than Happy Feet and Surf's
Well,
Up? Why are you just comparing it to Surf or to?
Okay,
Happy
what
Feet?
other movies are there?
Well, I'm just comparing it to like the animated Penguin movies, and these came out about like the exact same time.
Did
That is why, Sierra.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
But I think making it into a documentary is what makes it funny. Like, I don't know, the comedy in it is just so great.
Yeah. One of my favorite parts was how when he was talking about meeting Big Z at the beginning, he's just like, he walks right up to me and you see him like pushing through the crowd, and then he's like, he gave me a one of a kind necklace, and he's like, Big Z reaches back and gets like one out of like a ton on this dude's arm.
He could have walked up to anybody on that beach, but he walked up to me.
That's kind of like when he discovers it's Big Z. He's like, I kind of just stood there and just let him take it in. Oh my gosh, you're Big Z!
I think that's the appropriate thing to do.
There's a lot of that, like, super solid humor in this movie. And, like, another thing, like, I feel like with Big Z being voiced by Jeff Bridges, he kind of summoned his Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I kind of did. And honestly, I didn't realize that was Jeff Bridges until probably like a year or so ago.
Really?
Well, I didn't know Chicken Joe was Napoleon Dynamite until about a half hour ago, so...
That was also news to me.
Okay. I mean, in my defense, this came out in 2007.
Okay, but like now that you say that it's him, I'm like, oh yeah, the voice is totally it, but I don't know why I didn't see it before.
He is kind of disguising his voice a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Dude, I freaking loved Chicken Joe. Talking about his dad, Chicken Bob, and he's like, fried chicken.
We have a lot in common. You know, I never knew my father either.
6-piece meal.
Oh man.
Jeez, like, there's so much about Chicken Joe that made me laugh. Like, the way that he found these, like, ancient penguin people that were
Tribe.
trying to cook him.
They made me a
And then
bath.
Yeah.
They fed me food.
Oh.
And the way that he was just like, all right, guys, I got to go find my friend. And they're, like, flipping out.
What?
But I liked how they had the somewhat of an interaction with the TV or the cameraman, where, like, when the freaking darts were coming, like, you see the cameraman get hit by one, and he's like, ugh, and then falls over.
I don't know, for me, I felt with any part that, like, it was really showcasing was a documentary, was any scenes with Cody and his family, especially him with his brother. Those were fantastic.
I loved the little kid penguins. I
Yeah.
think they're my favorite.
Oh, yeah, those are...
He's a dirty trash can full of poop.
Oh, man.
Or when the little kid has the hiccups and the other one's like, happens. It's like Jonathan when he conducts this podcast.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I just added you, so...
Thank you. Thank you.
And she's not wrong.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, super solid humor, and I think that's kind of ties into... I think I gave the writing a lot higher than I gave the overall story, because the story is kind of...
Meh.
more on the... Yeah, it's meh.
It's kind of like bare bones.
Because, like, you don't... Like, the whole goal, like, with Big Z's training was that he was supposed to start having fun. And it wasn't... Like, he went back to the contest almost immediately after this training. Didn't really have his moment of, like, oh, I'm just going to have fun.
True.
And it wasn't even, like, having fun that motivated him to lose. It was making sure Chicken Joe was all right.
Yeah.
So it was more
You do
like
have a point.
friendship.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, he was wanting to win, but he didn't. It was more like he just wanted Tank to, like, he didn't want Tank to win.
Yep.
So he, like, basically, like, sacrificed himself for Chicken Joe.
What a true friendship, you know?
For real, though.
Yeah, which I think could have worked if they actually had, like, a friendship that made sense.
Hey, they
met
connect over
way
their
back,
dads.
like, yesterday. I think it was.
It made sense to them, and that's all that matters.
Oh, it made sense to Chicken Joe.
Okay, true. Okay, fair.
Cody probably didn't care too much.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Chicken Joe spent like 3 days out there in the jungle looking for Cody, so Cody wasn't looking for Chicken Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that felt a bit off, but I mean, 78 is good.
Yes. So did I give it the lowest score of that? I think I did, right?
So, yeah, you gave it a 70.
Oh, damn, I'm harsh.
Yeah, so you gave it the lowest. Sierra gave it the highest.
She's given the peace up sign, and if anyone wanted to know. Nobody can see what you're doing.
Oh my gosh.
Peace up? Is that even the peace sign?
I don't know.
Peace up.
Yeah, sure, peace up. We're getting rid of peace out. It's just peace up.
Yep.
Peace up. Yeah, moving on to writing. It ended up getting a little bit higher, like barely higher. it scored
All
a
because of me.
79.
Do you give it bad writing?
I think I did.
Yep, Rose was the harshest on
Surprise,
it
surprise.
with a 70, and Sammie ended up giving it a 93.
Nice.
It's pure comedy.
Yeah. And I feel I was a little too
Yeah.
harsh on this movie.
You think?
Shut up.
Yeah. The only reason I'm not giving you a harder time is because I don't absolutely disagree with the score.
Okay.
But it's
It's not the best writing,
Like
but this was back in 2007, so...
Yeah, it was cheesy at times for sure. Kind of like just what any documentary has. So, I mean, it was alright.
Fair.
I think we listed off a lot of our favorite jokes. Like the little kids, those were
Or the sea
hilarious.
urchin. He's my favorite, too.
Oh, yeah.
Stepped on me? Stepped on me? That guy was dancing on me. Check this out.
Broken, broken, gone, broken, broken, broken. I could probably quote this whole movie word for word.
I really liked the scene where what was her name? The lifeguard.
Yeah, isn't it Lainey?
Yeah, I think it might have been Lainey. But I really liked how when she took Cody to Z after his big fall, and Z is like peeing on Cody, and he's like losing his freaking mind, and then like they have to knock him out.
Knock him out or something.
I freaking love. I wonder if that was like a nod to The Big Lebowski at all.
I sure hope it was.
Yeah, because in that, like, have you two seen Big Lebowski?
Nope.
They're so in
Well,
sync.
the whole joke of the movie is that the events kick off because Lebowski, he has a similar name as someone else, like this rich dude who owes people money. Some gangsters come to beat him up, and they piss on his rug, and so it's just like, and he's like super upset like the entire movie about his rug. He's just like it's the whole movie is wrapped around the events that take place because he's trying to replace his rug. And I'm wondering if like the whole peeing on Cody was like a nod to the Lebowski at all.
Or that's literally how you get the sting out of a sea urchin.
Or that too, but
Let's just call it a
I
happy
really like
medium
the
for more.
Lebowski.
He stepped on the sea urchin so they could
See,
have him pee on the foot.
There we go.
He didn't step on him, he danced on him.
Yeah. But 79's good. I mean, it's a little bit better than the story, I'd say, overall, but just not too much more. I mean, let's see. I'm trying to see who had, like, the biggest leap. Because Rose was, like, right in line. Like, thought the story and the writing were equal.
You know, 'cause I'm an asshole.
Sierra went down with the writing, and then Sammie jumped up. So I think the biggest leap was Sammie.
Well, it's just because, like, overall the story is just a meh story, but the writing... I don't know, man.
So moving over to acting, I think the biggest names that we had was Lainey was voiced by Zooey Deschanel. Geek or Big Z was voiced by Jeff Bridges. And then what his name's Cody Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was voiced by Shia LaBeouf.
Why are you gonna leave out Chicken Joe?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about Chicken Joe, man?
Okay, and I don't know Chicken Joe's name off, or like the actor's name.
Napoleon
off the top of my
Dynamite
head.
is his name.
Dude, are you freaking kidding me?
What's his name?
John Heater.
It's Napoleon
Okay, I
Dynamite.
wouldn't have gotten that.
I'm still gonna slap you through this screen for not knowing his name.
Okay, you hit like a girl, so that doesn't hurt my feelings
Okay,
too bad.
I've actually never hit you, so you don't know that.
We can just assume.
Yes, you have. You hit me all the time.
Bullshit! You're making this sound like
Yeah,
this
whenever
is
we're
an
driving and I
abusive
freaking roast you,
relationship.
you like whack me.
Here we go with the relationship talk again. It feels like every time I'm on here, Jonathan's always like, in a relationship. Okay, not every. Well, both times I've been on here, it's been that way, so.
Just so you know, it's gotten
there's a
worse.
decent chance.
Oh, Lord.
There's a decent chance that we may have to go see a couples counselor at some point.
Yeah. I'll fly out tomorrow, okay?
Anyway, so our collective score for acting was 75.75.
Alright.
Yeah, so it was a little bit lower than the story and the writing. I don't think anyone really brought their A game to this other than
Chicken Joe.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I feel Shia LaBeouf actually really surprised me. I thought he did a really good job.
I think there was a lot of cheesiness with his acting. There was a lot of moments where it was like really good and really solid, but I think overall it was kind of lacking.
You gotta remember, though, that this movie came out the same year as Transformers, and he was also kind of goofy in that one, so it's kind of just how he is. Even though
I'm not giving him points because he has a mental issues.
No, I'm not saying... Okay, no, I'm just saying, like, with both of these roles, he kind of had to act that way, but then, like, say, like, the Peanut Butter Falcon effect, I think that's what it's called. Like, one of his newest movies, I've heard he's amazing as a dramatic actor in that.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely... This isn't his top tier acting whatsoever.
No, that's even Stevens. Am I
Okay,
wrong?
let's go with
Am
that.
I wrong?
I'm just going to say you're not right.
Alright.
But I think the people that brought it down for me, because I think for me personally, I would give it to Chicken Joe, number 1, then Big Z, then Lainey, and then Cody.
Damn.
I agree.
When it comes to
That's what I would
characters.
say.
Yeah, does everyone agree?
Yes.
Not
Except for Jonathan.
Yeah, apparently I'm...
3 against 1, you lose. Sit
Okay.
down.
Alright, I'll sit on the floor.
Can you actually just leave?
Okay, yeah, sure. So now it's just the All Bro podcast featuring Sammie and Sierra.
But yeah, it got the message across. The acting did. Just didn't like wow me at all.
I can see that.
Yeah. Anyway, unless anyone has anything else to say about acting.
Guys are too harsh on Shia LaBeouf. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, you were too harsh on the movie,
Oh yeah,
so
shit, I was.
sit down.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, getting into character development. This is actually the score that killed this movie. We gave it a 61.25.
Okay, so for the most part, we were all on the same page here.
Yeah, there wasn't really a very good arc.
There just wasn't much development, you know? Like, okay, he got a little better at surfing, but, like, that's all.
But I also feel like he was very, like, self-centered, and he thought it was really cool. And at the end, he was like, I don't really want to talk about myself anymore.
Yeah.
At least he took the loss, like, in kind of a stride. He didn't take it to heart.
Well, of course he took it in his stride. He brought Big Z back.
Okay, fair enough.
So he got the spotlight for bringing Big Z back.
Okay, fair enough. Poor Chicken Joe.
Yeah. I brought this up earlier, but it is like it's weird because it like starts off like low where he's so focused about winning, being the best surfer in the world. Then he has like this kind of arc learning how to have fun with Z, and then once it kind of goes down and then like you're waiting for that spike to kind of be like, oh, he actually did learn a lesson, but like it goes down a little bit because he's going back to the competition and trying to win, and that's like his motivation for surfing again. And then it's like, friendship is the answer, and then he saves Chicken Joe, and you're just like, wait, what? Like, no, you're supposed to be having fun.
No, that's all, folks. That's all, folks.
Yeah, so that was, didn't really like it.
Yep.
But me and Rose were actually the nicest in character development.
Wow.
I probably was like the harshest.
Yeah, Sammie was definitely the harshest.
Damn.
Yeah,
How harsh
she gave
we
it a
talking
50.
here?
We could give it like a 55
Yes.
or something like that.
Yeah, like not passing at all.
F-.
Overall,
And then-
his story was just like meh. He just didn't
as
grow.
a character,
I felt
he
like.
wasn't.
Yeah, he really didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of what you go into this movie not expect, like, this is a movie you watch just to have a good time, I feel. Just want to have going in the background, and then you can, like, listen in on the funny parts.
Yep.
We know from experience.
It's a good background noise movie.
Yeah, so 61.25 for character development. Moving on over to effects, that ended up getting a 71.5.
Okay.
So
Who was the highest?
I think it was you.
Oh. I actually really
Yeah.
like the animation in this movie.
Yeah, I did too. I don't think it's like my absolute favorite, so I ended up giving it a few points lower than you.
Okay.
So you gave it an 80. I gave it a 76. Sammie apparently hated the animation because she gave it a 60.
60.
Damn.
Yeah, freaking harsh.
Okay, I don't. Alright.
Yeah, so
I guess I should have
what
asked
did you hate about the
clarifying
animation?
questions.
No, that's my bad. I mean,
This is literally how it went. He goes, fill this out before the podcast. And I'm like, okay. So I guess I didn't necessarily think, like, effects were the animation.
I should have pointed that out. I apologize.
But I feel like she did know that it was the animation because I asked her about the effects and she's like, it's the animation. So she did know.
Okay, if you had to regrade it, though, what would you give it, Sammie?
I feel like I'm on 61. No, I'm just kidding.
Just got a little better. Just a little bit.
I probably put it up around in the 70s.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, if you want to officially change that, we can.
Yeah, let's do it because I feel like this movie deserves better.
All right. So what are you thinking for your effects grade?
73. Sierra over here probably
Nice.
gave it like an 85.
No, she gave it a 70.
Oh.
So calm down.
Yeah, so that actually bumps the score up to a 74.75.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I think my
it's
favorite
better than
scene
71.
with the effects is at the end of their slide when they're playing in the poop. I don't know, just they make it look so fun. Yeah, it's not normal poop for anyone who has not seen it. It's glowworm poop. And they're in a cave, so it's dark, and it's just glowing, and they're throwing it at each other.
So were you wishing that this was in 3D so you could get the full
Oh my
immersive
gosh, yes!
4D too, so you could smell it as well? Or is that
no.
too far?
But, you know, Lainey does say, you know how some stinks stink and other stinks smell good? And she does say that it is a good smelling stink.
Oh, that's true.
So maybe we do want it. In 4D.
Okay.
Can I tell you something personal? Well, we were showering together.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't think I feel like there are a lot better animated movies from that time. But like we've said, the animation was just kind of not super great. Like I think
It's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the waves ended up looking really good, but the water, like if you were just sitting there when they were sitting on the water and it was just kind of still, I don't think the water looked too good.
Okay, Caleb, we all can't be Finding Nemo. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, if you're comparing this to Finding Nemo, it's garbage.
Okay, but if we're comparing it to Shark Tale, it's pure gold. Even though I have a
I'm not
soft
disagreeing
spot for
with
Shark
you.
Tale.
I love Shark Tale.
Okay, good. I'm not the only one that
Shark
doesn't
Tales.
hate that movie.
Oh,
It's so bad it's good. That's how I feel about that movie.
Yep.
Yeah, but it was just like things like that. And then another thing that bugged me was, and this is just like the woodworker in me, when he was making the board and like cutting it, he was treating it like I don't know what kind of tool. Actually, I do know. He was treating it like a planer, and a planer doesn't frickin' cut like that.
Caleb, for goodness sakes, it's a kid's movie.
I don't give a shit. Be better.
We gotta teach the kids correctly.
Well, and not just that, but how in the hell did he get the bark off the bottom part to form it into the board? Because he cuts the log in half, right? And he's only using that shell.
Movie magic. That's all I got.
Yeah. So, I didn't appreciate that. So, 74.75. Not too bad. Moving on to music. This ended up getting a 7. This soundtrack is very early 2000s.
Yes.
Definitely.
Very much so.
Like, while we were sitting down watching, I'm just like, what was this? There was a song that was playing before he left for the island. And I'm just like, oh, this is old.
I thought the same thing, and when I heard it, I'm like, this would be on like Tony Hawk PlayStation 2 sort of game.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, I miss those games.
Yeah, those were some kick-ass games.
But yeah, the soundtrack to the movie most definitely felt like it was like the same artist almost.
Yeah. So let's see. Rose disliked the soundtrack the most.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I
kinda
don't
like just what
disagree.
everything Caleb said.
Yeah, Yeah, I was on the fence, but I decided to go with a 7 because of the early 2000s feel. I think that's what makes the soundtrack memorable for me.
So what did Jonathan
Sierra
give
thought
it?
this was a kick-ass soundtrack.
I did. I did.
Yeah, you gave it an 8.
She plays the soundtrack while she's showering, that's for sure.
It's my favorite soundtrack to listen to. Really just takes me back.
It's a clapback.
It's a clapback for sure.
Spotify tell you that was your most listened to soundtrack in 2020.
Number 1 soundtrack, yeah.
Love it.
For like the past 3 years in a row.
Oh
So
my gosh.
And then for costumes ended up getting a 6. So kind of low.
Well,
what
I mean,
can
they're
you really do?
penguins.
Yeah. None of them wore clothes. So
I feel like they did pretty well at
I mean,
like being able to tell which penguin was who, though.
unlike
you could
Happy
tell.
Feet.
Yeah, you could tell who was who. It wasn't like, wait,
They
who
had their
was
own
this?
personalities.
Yeah.
That's fair.
yeah, so me and Sammie ended up giving it the lowest score, and then Rose and Sierra gave it the highest. But it's like you two gave it a 7, and then me and Sammie gave it a 6. And since we round down, it goes to a 6.
Oh, damn.
I'm okay with that. I'm sorry, but the Big Z
so-
necklace wasn't enough for me to
Fair
give
enough.
it the full score,
Alright,
because
fair-
that's basically
fair
the
enough.
only costume they
But
had.
they had
For-
flowers for the girls.
That's true.
Yeah, but it was just basic penguin look. Like,
Yes,
There wasn't
but
really much
they
to
some of them had
distinguish.
the designs on them and like the gradient colors and all that too. But yes, I agree.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if the reason that I gave it a 6 is because I liked the costumes to be memorable. Like, if I could draw, or not even, my drawing's shit, but if I
Same.
could, like, if I can remember what your character looks like, or what outfit the character was wearing during the movie, and, like, maybe do a little quick sketch of it, then I consider that, like, a very memorable outfit or costume. This, it's just, there's no way to like, I could be drawing any of the other penguins in Antarctica. Like, there would be no way for you to distinguish between Cody and, like, Glenn.
It's true.
So, that's why I ended up giving it that low. So, any of you got anything to say about costumes?
Cody's yellow eyelashes were just on point.
On fleek.
On fleek. There we go. That's better.
Not one out of place.
That's why
Yep.
the insight on
Exactly.
this movie is just incredible. You guys are blowing me away.
What fake lashes were he using? Because sign me up.
Pretty sure those were his eyebrows, and I don't think that you want eyebrows like that.
No. Could you imagine having big eyebrows? It's kind of like flap in the wind as you walk.
Gel them back.
Oh my gosh.
It would work if you're bald, though, because you just gel it back and it looks like you have hair.
There we go.
Hey, Dad, there you go. You need some fake eyebrows.
Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, last up, we have the personal grade for everyone. So, want to go, or we can go down this list and everyone can kind of justify their score,
Okay.
if you guys want to do that. So, Sammie, you ended up giving this a 77.
Yes, I did.
You want to justify that?
Yes, I do. I think what mostly dropped it for me was the costumes and oh my gosh, what was the other?
Character development.
Oh yes, thank you. Character development. But besides that, it was a pretty spot-on movie, so that's why I didn't give it a higher score. I dropped it that low for those reasons.
Yeah, fair enough. All right,
Sarah's
Sierra,
giving
you
me a
ended up
judging
giving
look.
it an 80.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not judging.
No,
it's just...
Sierra did.
Oh.
She's looking at me like I killed a goldfish or something.
Sierra, you ended up giving it an 80.
Yeah, because the soundtrack just blew me away.
It's kick-ass, as Caleb said.
Very kick-ass. No, the movie kept me laughing, and I think that's what really pushed it up there.
And it's like good humor. It's not like too crude or anything like that. It's like legitimate.
It's
not a lot of toilet humor.
Besides the trash can full of
Yeah.
poop one, yeah.
But other than that, it's pretty smart humor for a kids movie, actually.
That's true. When Chicken Joe's
All right,
walking through the
Rose.
jungle and he's like, I can feel it in my nuggets.
Oh my goodness. So I gave this a 70, right?
Yep, you gave it the lowest score.
My bad.
Bitch.
I'm sorry. Okay, character development is what kills it for me, but overall I still enjoy this movie. It's a fun kids movie, good animation, voice acting is on point. Biggest positive I can give this movie is between Happy Feet and Surf's Up, I've come back to Surf's Up like at least 5 times, whereas I've only seen Happy Feet once. So, and that was once in the theater with my grandma. So, yeah, that's so. At least
The
it's got
last
that
date
positive.
he took to a movie.
Damn! Wow.
Probably his last date, period.
Yeah, I gave you
Rose
the benefit of the doubt. I just said
roasted.
movie.
That's true. Thanks for calling me out, Sierra. Appreciate that.
No problem.
I mean, I haven't been on a date in like a year or so, but
So might as well have been with your grandma a year ago.
oh man.
Oh, shit.
All right, that's it. I quit. This is just coming the All Bro podcast now.
Well, we did it, Caleb.
He's out.
So I ended up giving this movie a 77. I thought it was really well done. The writing is just really on point. I felt. I thought the acting was pretty good too. I don't think it was like Oscar worthy anything, but I mean it's good. It's really good. Like we said, the character development is just what murders this movie. You're not getting a good arc out of Cody Maverick. But what you are getting out of this movie is a good time. I think this is one that you could watch with a bunch of friends and just have a good old laughing fit.
Unless you're on your phones most of the time.
Unless
Not calling anyone out. Not calling us out. But, you know.
No, you just did.
Dude, you just got
My bad.
roasted
My bad.
like crazy. You're not going to throw back at them at all?
I don't got anything to throw it back.
It's because we're perfect.
I mean, if it
Well,
helps,
one of
the
us
only...
is perfect.
Oh, damn. I mean, if I'm, like, retracting
And
what
it's
they
me.
threw at me, the reason I haven't been on more dates is because she lives in California right now, so...
Excuses.
Okay.
Hey, listen, my boyfriend lives in California, and I have still seen him more than you have seen her, so...
Fair
Oh.
enough. Okay, she's got a point there. She does, okay.
Damn!
Shut up, Caleb.
Oh, you got the finger pointed at you. The stern finger, too. It wasn't even a you.
Yeah. My daily life is like a date.
Yeah, he has us beat.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
Listen, at least I get more dates than Jonathan.
Damn.
That's all that matters.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't have anything
okay,
to come
Rose,
back with.
all you got to do is set the bar higher.
Wait, what?
I said all you got to do is set the bar higher.
Damn, is that throwing shade at Emily?
No, you.
I know,
You
I'm
can
kidding.
go out to
I
California.
know, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
I'm not. Okay, hold up.
I know, I'm
hold
kidding,
Up.
I'm kidding.
I wasn't dissing.
I know, I'm just giving you shit.
Okay, if
dude.
Emily's listening to this, I wasn't dissing on you. I'm saying that the number of dates, that's the bar that needs to be raised, not the quality
I know, I'm
said
kidding.
date.
I'm kidding.
Rose, if she
But
gets
you
mad
can
at me,
still
I'm gonna
travel out to
freaking
her.
punch you.
She's not going to.
She's not going to listen
Emily,
to
I
this?
got you. He'll travel out to you. You can carpool with me next time I'm out there.
Okay, cool. Although I think they live on, like, opposite sides of California.
Okay, but she can drive down to come get
Okay.
you.
Fair enough.
Sammie doesn't think Jonathan's worth traveling to drop him off.
Nope.
She'll drop him off at the interstate.
Close enough.
He'll be at
Close
exit 20A.
With all of his shit.
There's a decent chance I'm making this the promo, and I will tag
Aw,
Emily in this.
shit. You suck, bro. You suck. I don't think anything will top the whole, somebody's whipped thing. That will always be the best one ever.
I am not going to disagree with you on that. Alrighty, so collectively, all of our scores for the personal grade come to a 76. And with that score in place, the final grade for Surf's Up is... That was overwhelming.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
It's because the movie is so overwhelming in a
Cue
good
the
way.
soundtrack.
It is a C.
Well, technically a C plus, right?
Nope. It is a C. It is sitting at a 74.96%.
Yeah, sorry, Sammie.
Don't know what school I went to.
That grade is not getting any money from mom and dad.
Your parents paid you for grades?
No, they did not.
I was like...
Yeah, what kind of horseshit is that?
Oh, that was supposed to be me and my parents.
Oh, you're such a liar.
I'm so sorry, Sammie.
Dad, I'm going to pull out my report cards. You owe me money.
Damn. I wish I got paid for grades. All I got was a lecture for the bad ones.
All we got were good jobs. Maybe. Although I don't even think we really
Freaking hell, I
showed
would have settled
report
for
cards.
that too.
I'm pretty sure we didn't show report cards.
I don't think Mom and Dad ever asked for them.
That's some real trust.
Alrighty, so a 74.9. Comparing this to other C movies that we've graded, this puts it a little bit... So this puts it higher than Fantasy Island.
Okay, good. The more I think about that movie, the more I hate it.
Yeah, it puts it below Venom, barely. Like 0.3%. Yeah, it's 0.3% higher than Venom. It is below Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That's fair.
Higher than The Last Jedi.
Oh, thank goodness.
Lower than My Spy.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, it's...
But Caleb won't let me argue
Maybe.
these scores, so...
Well, listen, a 3 can easily be changed to an 8 if you just add a 3 in backwards way, so...
She's not
Mom
wrong.
and Dad will never know.
Yeah, exactly. See, there we go.
It is actually super close. It's 0.08% higher than Scoob.
That's fair, because there is like only a small section I like of Scoob.
So you're saying that you like this just a skosh better than Scoob?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, because the actual Mystery Inc. parts of Scoob actually make it a really fun Scooby-Doo movie, but then everything else sucks.
Yeah, but if this...
And if you want to hear our thoughts on that, there's a Scoob episode.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Rose
that
gets on
there's
his
only
rant.
a 0.08 difference between Surf's Up and Scoob, so like you must not think Surf's Up's that much better.
He doesn't.
Wow, you can walk home.
Okay. I mean, have you seen Scoob?
No.
Okay. You should watch it.
Hey, that movie's real shitty. Do you want to watch it?
That
not
sounds like
shit.
a conversation we had earlier about Deadpool.
It's not shitty, it's a C movie.
Yeah. But listen to the
C
review.
for crap? No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, let's see. It is lower than The Rise of Skywalker.
People can come at me
Which-
for that.
I absolutely disagree with.
Of
but
course you do.
I'm not going to argue. Thought The Rise of Skywalker was garbage.
No, Caleb, you're garbage.
It's freaking hell, man.
Ooh, it's getting hostile again.
It's lower than The Addams Family, the animated one.
Real? Oh, damn.
I don't disagree with that. I like The Addams Family more.
Yeah.
The animation, yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's a good movie.
Let's see. It is higher than Unfriended.
That's fair.
And the last C movie that we have graded, it is lower than Power Rangers.
That's fair too. I actually really enjoy Power Rangers.
Yeah. So that is all of our C movies. So,
You're so proud about
thought
loving the
Rose
Power
was
Rangers
I am.
movie.
I'm so proud. I bought 2. Actually, no, I bought
Chest
3.
is pointed towards the sky. I loved that movie.
Okay, I bought 3 versions of that movie in support for
You
a
buy
sequel.
like 3 versions of every movie, so
Actually, I've stopped, but when this movie first came out, I bought the Walmart exclusive, the Target exclusive Steelbook, and then the Best Buy exclusive Digibook, and still no sequel. Kind of little PO.
well, yeah, it's because they only sold 3 copies.
Shut up, Caleb.
And all 3 were to you,
Yeah.
if you didn't get that math.
Mr. 52 States.
All right, well, that concludes this episode. If you want to hear more of our stuff, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We're damn near everywhere. I'm still finding places that we're on. You can also catch all of our episodes on YouTube. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all at the All Bros. You can hit us up, DM us with episode ideas, want to answer our question of the week, or if you want to join us, we would love to have anyone on.
Or if you want us back. Because we're a hoot. Get a voting poll
Yeah,
in.
or if you want to recommend a guest, we'll do that too.
You're going to be getting all of the recommendations for Sammie and Sierra.
You need to work on your movie insight,
Just a little bit.
so we'll help you with that.
Yeah, see, the more practice, the better we'll get at it.
Yeah.
Caleb says no.
Yeah.
Silence. Yeah, okay, whatever.
That's not happening.
You can email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com or go check out our website, tinyurl.com/theallbros, where you can find links to everything that we do, including our merch store, which is on TeePublic, tpublic.com/user/theallbros channel. And we would love to hear from you guys. Next week, we will be breaking down We Can Be Heroes on Netflix.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So, you guys can look forward to that.
I sure ain't.
Sure ain't.
Yeah.
Is this like a new released movie? I've never heard of it before.
Have you seen
It's basically Shark Boy and Lava Girl 2.
Yeah.
It's basically, that's like the came out of nowhere sequel to that.
Oh, Lord.
It's on Netflix.
Your enthusiasm makes me want to watch it.
Again.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'll save it for the review next week.
Yeah. But yeah. So, Sammie, Sierra, do you guys want to promote anything?
Promote us to come back? Caleb's like, absolutely not.
I'll have a second mic by then, so this will definitely go a lot smoother.
Hopefully.
So much confidence in me. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, no, like,
Yeah, he's saying
anything
hopefully
you guys
they don't
wanna,
come
like,
back is what
promote?
he's saying.
No, you guys are more than welcome back. Is there anything you guys want to promote, like, at all?
Like my phone number or what?
She is single,
Sure,
guys.
if you want to give that.
No, like your
Hit her up on
or
Instagram.
stuff like that.
Well, I got nothing.
Yeah. Her Instagram is
I don't have one.
cc.mist2. Just cc.mist. SISI. Hit her up, boys.
Pass.
Still
I'll
hit
put
her
links
up.
to it in the show notes.
Do it. Just tag her in it. You'll thank me later, honey.
No.
Obviously, you don't know the people that listen to our show.
I mean, that's why I'm
demographic
saying
is
no.
leaning very heavily in one direction.
Well, at least you can come up with, like, witty answers to... What's the word, like... When people, like, hit on you and you, like... What is the word? Like, people hit on you
Rejecting?
and you... Yeah, like, rejecting.
Is this like my practice to reject?
Yes.
I don't need practice at that, honey.
You will now. Your Instagram name's out there for everybody.
Change his Instagram name. No, I have nothing to promote.
Well, thank you, too, for coming on the podcast. We had an absolute blast with this, and we hope to get a good movie to review with you guys eventually.
It was a good movie.
It was better than 50 Shades of Grey when Sammie
Oh
was
my
first
gosh,
on.
that was so bad. Should we do the second one?
Gosh.
Did we talk about it?
I think we did, but I don't know if you guys ever did it.
No, we didn't. I think we were
That
saving it
is-
for if you and Tom wanted to come on again.
Tom's probably like, no.
50 Shades of Grey is still our lowest scored movie.
Yeah, because it was brutal.
Even Cats was better than it.
Yeah, even Cats got better than 50 Shades. Well, if we're being real honest, that's mostly because of Shy from Friday Night Movies.
Fair enough. Yeah.
He's the one that bumped it up for everyone. Anyway, but yeah.
Well, thank you for having us.
We've had a great time.
Yeah, anytime. Just
Your guys' enthusiasm actually kind of scares me.
No, I
Yeah,
promise you.
I guess this was a good
no,
time.
we want to have you guys on again.
Come back anytime, I guess.
I'll for sure buy that microphone.
I just don't have a whole lot to work with over here. It's different because you three are in the same room. I'm like over here in my hobbit hole by myself, and I can't really see your guys' faces at all, so I'm not sure how this is being received.
Do you want us, like, hunched over?
I mean,
There's
it
no
would help.
happy medium
I mean, it would help.
to getting close to the microphone. A group selfie.
No.
Oh. Anyway.
Yeah, just go ahead and
You
hold
guys
your arm
can
out
catch
the whole
us.
time.
Like we said, you guys can catch us next week. But until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And I'm
We'll catch
Sammie.
you guys.
I thought you were waiting for me to say that.
I was waiting for you, but you
I
guys...
did. And this is Sammie.
And this is Sierra.
And we might see you next week.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll see. So long.
Deuces.